Tim, should we tell the listeners how to join the Golf Week Amateur Tour?
Yes, of course. We should probably do it now before we forget, though.
I agree. It's simple. All you need to do is go to amateurgolftour.net, click the Join the Tour button, and pay your local tour's membership.
Thanks, Chris. Membership for 2024 is open, so register today to join the oldest, largest, and best amateur tour in the country.
And remember, this podcast can be found on all the major platforms, so make sure you like, download, and share it with all your friends and family.
Chris, that's a great idea. Now, on to the show. Welcome to the Golf Week Amateur Tour, the podcast. We are your hosts, Tim Newman and Chris Rocha. As the oldest and largest amateur golf tour in the country, we put on individual stroke play golf tournaments that are handicapped by flights in 48 markets across the country. The Golf Week Amateur Tour, where amateurs play like pros. Welcome back, Chris. Hope you had a couple weeks off and enjoying some time. This is really our downtime. So we get about 3 weeks of downtime between, the end of the season and Thanksgiving, and then everything ramps back up. And I'm sure you're working on your schedule. I know I am. We're getting close. So
yeah, I mean it's a short, well-deserved break, but we take it, and then, like you said, we get back in it, start calling courses, getting the schedule ready, and I know, like, for me, I do the 12 Days of Christmas thing, which is nonstop, and before you know it, we're already kicking off the season, at least here in West Texas. Some tours don't even get to start. They still get a longer break than what we do.
Yeah, that's really both a positive and a negative, right?
Right.
Because you're in a climate like I am, where we can really play all year long. I try not to start till March, just because of the time factor, and I need some time to take a break and recharge and do some of those other things. But some of those warmer climates, they're really ready to kick off right after the icebreaker in the first weekend in January.
Yeah, it's been a decision that we've had to make. But I think the players want to play more, and that's what kind of helps when they want to play, because then we're able to get those events out there for them, and visit some courses that maybe we haven't gone out to, because we can kind of expand all across New Mexico for at least our my tour. So that kind of works out, but still in the grind, trying to get those courses booked and set in stone, so that we can release that schedule.
Exactly. And, the calendar is a funny thing. We kind of, we since we've been doing this, we've never really hit, the calendar for when, that we have particular dates in the year that are important. So the weekend after the last episode was Veterans Day, and we want to make sure we wish our veterans, happy Veterans Day, and really thank them, for their service to our country. And, what they do really allows us to be able to do what we do. And we, really can't thank them enough.
Yeah, definitely. Being in a military base city with Fort Bliss, we get to meet a bunch of military people, whether they're retired or active duty. So that's one of the holidays that touches a bunch of members that we have on our tour. And a lot of our friends, HB Kim, Billy Nohos, they've been on the episodes before, and they're veterans. They served, and like you said, we just can't thank them enough for what they did for us.
Exactly, and we've got a number of veterans, across the tour. I don't have the actual data for this, but my guess is probably about 40 to 45% of our members are veterans.
Oh, I would
be my guess.
I'd put money on the over on that one.
Yeah. And I've got I just need to make sure that I mention, a few people, like my wife's grandfather, he's a veteran, served in World War II. My dad, veteran, my brother, veteran. So thank you to all the veterans. Really do appreciate it. So, let's get into, this episode a little bit more in depth. Last episode, we talked to 3 of our senior national champions, senior amateur tour national champions. And our first guest is our B-Flight senior amateur tour national champion. And we're just going to call him Amal. We're not going to even attempt to butcher his last name. We're just going to be respectful and call him Amal. He is the tour director for the Indianapolis tour, and he's our current B-Flight senior amateur tour champion. Amal, welcome to the show, bud.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Amal, well, first off, congratulations. Winning a national championship isn't easy. We've had a bunch of current national champions on our podcast, and they've all said the same thing. It's something that is well earned, but still takes a lot of work. So how do you feel right now? Now that you can say you're a national champion on the senior tour.
Yeah, thank you. Being a championship, it's been one of my bucket list. I would say that. I started playing in this Golf Week Amateur Tour since 2014. I started my golf 2013. So as soon as I started my playing golf, I was looking for some kind of a competitive league or something where I can play golf, because I'm always been a competitor. So I play volleyball, table tennis, all these, great sports. I always, in college, I played competitive golf, volleyball, all those things. So when I took the golf, I want to play competitive. I was always looking to challenge myself, and get better. So that's how it started. And then, as you guys know, this is my first year starting a senior tour in Indianapolis. So there he goes. I come to Hilton Head. I played my ass off, and then I'm glad I won it. I won the championship. So as I said, it was in my bucket list since I started 2014. So finally I was able to do it. I was hoping at least one of my members from between Golf Week or Senior Tour, they're going to get it. But we were really, really close, but I'm glad I was able to get it this time.
So, Amal, are you the first member from Indianapolis to win a national championship, whether either the Golf Week side or senior side?
Yep.
Well, that's even more impressive.
Yeah. Yep. We were really close, but nobody won the national championship. As I said, always we want to win. I ask all my players to come and come to the Hilton Head and play and win the national championship. They come, they try, but we were being close, but we never won national championship. So I'm proud that I'm the first one from Indianapolis winning the national championship.
There you go.
Well, that's really impressive. So I've been with Dennis and Golf Week since 15 or 16 years, and I've been tour director of a number of different tours, and I don't have anybody that's won a national championship yet. Now, I'm currently tour director in Atlanta, and we had a national champion the year before I came in the B-Flight, and that was Dion Cook. But so 16 years, never had one. And when you think about it, we're only crowning 10 national champions a year. So it's hard to do. The competition is stiff. It's tough. So winning one and being the first of your tour, that's a heck of an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Amal, I'm actually in the same boat. I started playing golf 2013, started on the tour in 2014. Been a director a little bit longer, but we've talked about it before. Being a director and then having to play is not an easy task. So being able to do what you did and go out there and play a national championship is just remarkable to hear. So again, congratulations.
Let's take a quick break and hear from our sponsor, Srixon.
A great iron set needs more than good looks. It's got to be fast and got to be pure. But good looks never hurt either. The all-new ZX Mark II irons from Srixon.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. You said it right. Here, running the tournament and then playing in it, I felt really, really hard. So that's the reason why what I do is when I'm playing, I have to play in my tour. I tell my players, hey, I'm taking you all to these courses because I want to play in these courses, these nice courses. Okay. I jokingly tell them that. So, but when I'm running an event, you are 100% sure, right on it. Always I'm thinking, okay, how the tournament is going on, what players are doing, are they having any problem? I'm not able to concentrate on, playing golf.
Yep.
So normally what I last year and the year before, I started doing, extra events, meaning I go to other places like Indiana, Western Kentucky or Cincinnati tour. I go and play those events because I don't have to think about anything other than playing golf. I just go there and play golf. So that's when that's where my scores are really good. But when I'm playing in my event, when I'm hosting it, I suck. So when I go to the national, it's the same thing, I don't want to think about anything. I just focus on my game. Even sometimes I just don't even talk to the people that I'm playing with. I just want to focus on my game. So that's what I do. So when I come to Hilton Head, 7 or 10 days, it's all golf. I don't think about anything else. But once in a while, I get the call from work. That's always, one of the things that I do. If the work calls me, I'm going to answer it. So other than that, I like to playing in regionals. I like to play in other tours. I like to play in nationals because my focus is going to be 100% towards the golf, playing golf, nothing else.
Well, Amal, when golf calls, you have to answer because you're not going to get rich playing on the amateur tour, and if you want to eat and be able to continue to play golf, you still got to do the work thing. So I get it. Tell us about your rounds in the senior national championship. I think you played Golden Bear on the first day. Is that correct?
Bear Creek.
Oh, you played Bear Creek. That's right, Bear Creek. You played Bear Creek on first day, and you shot an 80, and
I shot an 80. There is no highlight or low lights, so to speak. On the first day, for some reason I was making all the putts, so it's a normal day. When I say normal day, there are no bogeys there are no birdies, only pars and bogeys, and then I think couple of doubles. So it's a regular round, nothing, fancy or anything about it. So I was happy that I was able to shoot 80 because I was thinking the way I hit the last 2 holes, the way I played the last 2 holes, I thought I'm going to end up in like 84. But somehow I end up shooting 80. But the second day is the important thing because normally when I'm playing or leading or behind the leader, I always fumble. I suck. My players, my friends, they all know. So the second day when I started, I want to be not aggressive, play smart golf. That's what they told me. Hey, just go and play your golf. Be smart. Don't try to pull the driver on every hole because that's what I do. Almost every hole, 14 holes, I try to hit the driver. So those guys told me, no, you're not going to hit the driver. Play smart. So when I started the first hole, normally the starting hole, I make double or triple. That's how always I start my round. But fortunately, when I played the Arthur Hill the second day, first hole, I gave myself a birdie putt chance, but I did not make it. But it's a good thing. So I made a par. Second hole, once again, put it on the green. I took a birdie. So now I'm even with Jamie, the leader. So then I made a couple of mistakes here and there, hole number 5, 6, 7. I gave up like a 4 or 5 strokes. I made double bogeys or something like that. I don't remember exactly what happened, but that's what happened on those holes. So I gave up 4 or 5 strokes. Then at that point, I was thinking, so here comes Amal, So, but somehow I managed to, par after that. The highlight is one of the highlights that I think is hole number 9 and 10, because on the 9th hole, I hit a perfect driver in the middle, but I didn't go for the green. I lay up. Then third shot, I left it short of the green. But the leader, Jamie, is on the green like a 4 feet. I know he's going to make that putt. So I'm not even on the green. I don't want to chip because I'm a terrible chipper. So I pulled my putter. I made that putt. I made a birdie putt from the fringe. Then I was like, okay, this is your day, Amal. That's what I was thinking. And then he made a putt. Jamie made a putt. So we both made a birdie. So now we are moving on to hole number 10. I mean, if you play that course, you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. There is one palm tree on the left side in the middle of the fairway. From the tee box, that's how it looks. It's left side. I hit a drive. I hit the palm tree. And there is only one palm tree on the left side. I hit the tree. And then lucky that I was able to find the ball. It's in the rough. So I had to lay up, and then good layup. The third shot, I hit it skinny shot. Then it flew over the green. Now I'm not even on the green. So once again, I pulled my putter. I don't know why, but I did it. It went in. I made that putt for 4. So between those 2 holes, at least I'm thinking I saved 3 strokes. Then on, I kept on grinding. I wasn't making big mistakes. I was trying to make par. Worst case scenario, I was making bogeys. And then 17th, I don't know. I want to be, making a birdie. That's what my goal on the 17th, because 17th is really a tough hole. I hit a big slice, end up taking triple. That's the worst hole that I played all day long. Then I go to the 18th tee. I was thinking, Amal, don't make any stupid mistakes. Just take a par or bogey, worst case scenario, and see what happens. So I played really well. I hit the driver, and then I lay up shot is really good, 150 yards, because I don't want to go to the green. I just want to play some, smart golf. I hit a 150-yard shot. I'm in the middle of the fairway. And then I didn't hit it onto the green, but, it's on the right side of the green. And then I putted. It's a par. So that's the winning putt. So I played really smart golf. I listened to my buddies, they gave me some boost day before when I had dinner with my buddies. They said, hey, don't even think about it. It's a different round. Just go and play smart golf. Don't try to pull the driver. So I just listened to them. I pulled my driver maybe 3 or 4 times. That's all. So they helped me, to be honest. My members are my buddies. They helped me to win this tournament.
Well, I'm glad you listened to them, because it seemed to work out. You talk about hitting the one tree on the Hills course. I don't know if you played it before the hurricane came through a number of years ago, but that course was even tougher a number of years ago, and it took out a whole bunch of trees. And if you can remember the number of trees that are still there that make it so difficult, think about how bad it was, before the hurricane came through.
Yeah, I played that course, but I don't remember that course. But this time I really remember, because, you can tell standing from the tee box, you can tell there is only one palm tree on the left side. You can see it. How do you even hit the tree? So, that's why I these are the highlights, because there is one tree, I hit the tree, I got lucky, but I was able to get the par, even though I hit 2 bad shots in the same hole. I was able to get a par. So I think that's one of the holes I could have easily gotten like a double.
Yeah.
So.
Well, again, like I said, it worked out. You're just consistent. You went 80 round 1, 80 round 2. And in both those rounds, you were one shot off the low round of the day. So Gordon McCarty from Louisiana shot 79 on day 2 at the Hills course, and let's see, Joe Kennedy from Charlotte also shot 79 day 2 at the Hills course. But you were paired with Jamie Brannon from Central Carolina, shot 79 at Bear Creek. And, you did your job on day 2 by beating everybody in your group. So, if you beat everybody in your group, you're going to move up, or theoretically you're going to move up. So everybody in your group is going to fall behind you. So you did your job there.
Right. So that was my goal. So I'm not going to think about, normally I don't look at any scores or anything when I'm playing. So within my group, I know I'm playing good. So I don't know I'm going to win, but at the end I looked at it. Okay, yeah, I'm winning. So that's how I know. So I don't normally look at my score. I just play my golf. But I know I beat everyone in my group.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break and hear from our sponsor, Srixon.
ZX Mark II drivers are for major players, major winners, major power. All new ZX Mark II drivers, only from Srixon.
So you want to talk about how you did it on the Golf Week side, or you want to skip that and?
Yeah, probably I may skip it because I played really, really terrible, Tim and Chris. I don't remember the scores, but let me tell you the conversation that I had with Dennis. On third day, I was at the lunch place, Arthur Hills.
Yeah.
So I had my lunch and Dennis comes, "Hey, buddy, how did you do?" I was really mad, because I shot 92.
Oh, no.
And then, yeah, so Dennis, don't even talk about it. I played really terrible. I am really, really, angry at myself. So because I shot 92, he said, "Hey, don't worry, bud. You're going to win the senior," or something along those lines. I don't know exactly what he said. "No, don't worry. You'll play really good, in seniors," something like that. I said, "Dennis, it doesn't matter whether I'm playing senior, whether I'm playing D flight or C flight or whatever the flight it is. If I shoot 92, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to win or do anything good." So that's what I told him. So that's the conversation that I had with Dennis, because he came to me and he said, "Oh, don't worry about it, buddy. You will be doing good." So I felt like, those things come to my mind when I finish the round. That's one of the things come to my mind. Okay, oh, Dennis told me I'm going to do good. Okay, so anyway, so I just want to put it out there, So
yeah,
and I don't. To be honest, Tim, I don't want to talk about Golf Week.
that's fine. Chris has heard me say I can double bogey from anywhere. It doesn't really matter what distance I play from. I can double bogey. But for guys that are decent golfers, it's amazing what a change of mindset in a couple of days can actually do, to your game. And again, it really just goes to show that there are some days that you have it, and then there are some days that you don't. If you stick to your fundamentals and you stick to doing the things that you know how to do and do well, you're going to see results, and you're going to see the positiveness of it, and it really worked out for you.
Yeah, it did. So as I said, I give credit to my buddies and also my players. They always text me. They watch. We all do that, right? We are golfers, right? We always look at the live score, and I'm getting like a bunch of text messages. Hey, play well, all those things. So I really, thank my buddies and all my players in my tour. Because when I started this tour 3 or 4 years ago, I don't know what the heck I was doing, to be honest. Okay. So I got this tour, and then some of the buddies came to me and said, Amal, thank you for taking this tour. You are doing an awesome job. Keep up the good work. All these, words make me do even better. So that's the reason why I go to, I spend too much time, to be honest, okay, to make this tour better. I call this bunch of courses, country clubs, all these high-end courses to, play in those courses. I want to give my players a chance, or the good courses where they can go and play and compete. So that's my goal. So, as I said, senior tour is just started. I was thinking I'm going to get like 30 to 40 players. I got 64 or 65. What? I'm happy with that.
Well, yeah. I mean, the average, first year tour gets below 50.
Yep.
And, so you blew that away. I mean, you did a heck of a job the first year. So the good thing is you did a great job the first year. The bad thing is now you've got to repeat that and even get better for year two, which, I say it's a bad thing, but it's really not, because we know what generally happens when the second and third years, you're really going to explode. Like you said, because look at what else you've done with the Golf Week side as well. You've grown membership on that every year as well. So, we're only looking for bigger and better things from you moving forward.
Yeah. So you are right, Tim. I wasn't expecting 66, but when I was running the Golf Week Tour a year before, a bunch of players came to me and said, hey, Amal, I want you to start senior tour. I want you to, start the senior tour. I heard so many comments. Jokingly, 2 years ago, I'm going back to 2-3 years ago, I was jokingly tell my players, hey, until I get to 50, I'm not going to start the senior tour because I won't be able to play.
Chris, what do you have to say about that, bud?
But 52, and then, last year, same thing. People come to me, hey, I will bring more people into it. I'll bring the seniors. I know a lot of seniors wants to play in this tour because they cannot compete in the Golf Week. So I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. That's what I did, So I just called Dennis and said, okay, Dennis, I'm going to start the senior tour. Let's see how it goes. So I just started it, and then all my players, they back me up. So I'm glad I did.
I think that's how most senior tours are started, is with Golf Week directors being asked by their members to start a senior tour for whatever reason. But I will tell you this, not being 50 and running a senior tour has its moments, because you're sitting at the course for 4.5 hours twiddling your thumbs. Or maybe, Tim, maybe it helped me out, and that's where I got better this year, was being able to just practice for 4.5 hours.
Could be. Chris, you'll get to 50 one day. Don't rush it, but you'll get to one day.
Oh, I'm not. Trust me. I'm already looking forward to 40, I guess. But when I get 50, you guys watch out. All right. I'll be the Joe Jaspers of my time.
Well, let's hope so. Why don't you tell us about, your regional at French Lick? I know listeners may be tired of hearing me say this, but, that's one of the places that really has me intrigued. And I'm trying to get Chris to agree to go up there with me this year. Maybe we'll do a live broadcast from there. But, tell us about your experience up there and what you're looking forward to going back.
Yeah. So once again, I had to repeat the same thing. Everything comes from my members. So I normally talk to a bunch of members, my members, I tell them, okay, hey, there is a French League. Why don't we start regional? That's where the conversation started. Then they were saying, oh yeah, definitely we should do it. And then I started looking into the, how much it takes, what it costs. I mean, I'm like, ooh, do I really want to do this? Will I be able to pull this off? Then my buddies, once again, they said, I told them, I'm always frank. I always tell them, okay, what is it's going to cost? I mean, I have a bunch of friends, like close to 10 players. I share everything with them. So I told them, okay, this is what it's going to cost. But, if I want to do it, I don't want to lose money running this tour. That's my goal. I don't want to lose money running this tour. Okay. So they said, guess what? You will be sold out. Trust me. That's what everybody said. Okay. I said, guys, if you said so, I'm going to call the course. I'm going to book it. We are going. So I called the course. I booked the dates. And then I called Dennis. Dennis said, okay, what do you want to name it? I think I said Midwest Regional or something. Dennis and Jennifer said, no, there is already a regional called Midwest. Why don't we call it as a French League Regional, something like that. So that's how the name is, the French League Regional name started. So once again, I credit to my players. They said, okay, they give me the hope. They said, Amal, yes, we can pull it off. So at the end of the day, what happened was 200 players registered, but only 120 is allowed. That's the maximum field I can take it to die course. So once 120 paid, I had to delete 80 people. That's what happened. So 200 people signed up to play, and then 120 I had to take, and then that's the maximum field. So the good thing is we played first day, and the second day we are playing, and the die course told me that, hey, we are going to give you a small gift to all the players. Whoever is playing, they will get a small gift. I said, do you want to give it to me so I can put it in my goodie bag the first day, and then I give it to all my players? They said, no, they have to play. Once the play is done, we will give them the gift. Okay, I was thinking they are going to give me a tiny little piece, something like that. Anyway, so second day we played. Everybody liked the course. And then second day we finished the round. Then caddies are bringing this shot glass and name tag. Everything, we put it in a tiny little bag. So it's a nice, really, I was surprised to see that small gift from the course. So everybody liked it. I liked it. And then bunch of people come to me. I mean, you know what happens at the end of the tournament, you will be running from place to place. You will be doing so many things. But so many people came to me and said, hey, you're going to do this next year, right? I said, okay. I wasn't 100% sure, So I told them, okay, I will do it. So I was surprised how many people took time to come to me and say, thank you for running this. We enjoyed it. I hope you keep doing this every year. We would like to come back and play this course every year. I'm like, okay. If somebody is taking time, because I'm hiding in a room, okay?
Right.
people are coming and saying, hey, I just want to tell you this. Nice job. I want to come back again. So please do it again, So once again, those are the things, those are the words make me do more every year. So we are going back to French League next year. And also, Tim, you and Chris, you guys talked to the GM up there. He was talking about the course. Some of the things that he said, I did not know about that course at all until he said so. Who starts the design on a piece of napkin?
Right.
Right. So that's a nice story. And I was listening to the podcast. I'm like, wow, that's what. So it's a nice course. I liked it. And also all the players who came, they liked it. They all want to come back and play the course again. So guess what? We are going next year. It's going to be, hopefully I'm going to keep it, running it every year during the Labor Day weekend.
All right, now, Amal, I didn't pay you to say any of that stuff. So Chris, I think that's another incentive for us to get up there. I don't know what else I got to do. But
I mean,
just say yes.
You might have turned me over there, so get ready for my craziness.
Amal, do you have any other highlights or things for this coming year that you want to share with the listeners?
Yeah. So for this year, I'm including some new courses, but all the other courses that we played, we are going back to those courses because they're all nice courses. And right now I'm negotiating the dates with one or two country clubs. Hopefully one of them, I'm hoping I'll be able to get to one of the courses. So always I try to, include some new courses. Country clubs are really hard to get in, right. Especially in Indianapolis, where we are. It's hard. It's a tough competition. All the country clubs, they say, oh no, we have only 2-3 outside events. I mean, I have to have like 100 players even just to go and talk to them,
right.
Because they have these outings. Outings are like 200 people. Normally, they don't listen to you if you go in with 100 players,
right?
Because they want to make money. They want to make, So that's their goal. I mean, I get it, but at the end of the day, I try to contact some of my buddies and buddies. They have good contacts, so they give me the contacts. Okay, hey, call this guy. I call him. By calling, I'm not going to lose anything, right? They're going to say yes or no. So what? So I'm going to call you. You tell me what you want, and I will tell you whether I can do it or not.
Exactly.
So most of the cases, the minimum number of players is the deal breaker. Price is not a big deal, but the minimum players, always I try to stick to like 60 players minimum. If anybody says 60 players minimum, I'm in it.
Right.
So if they say 100, I may think about it, but 60 players minimum, that's what I always write the contract. That's what I sign the contract with. So once again, the schedule, the Golf Week site schedule is already done, except one course. It's a country club. I'm not going to name that country club because it's so high-end course. So I'm not going to name it until I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but other than that, my golf week is complete. My senior tour schedule, I'm waiting for few dates from few courses. Once that's done, my schedule for both golf week and senior will be complete. I'm hoping everything will be done before the registration opens, the membership registration opens during the Thanksgiving holidays. So that's my goal. But this time of the year, it's really hard to get hold of the golf courses because it's a winter, they close it, or all the pros, they take a vacation, they go somewhere else. So it's really hard to get hold of them. So, but I'm really close on, getting both schedules done or finalized. So hopefully I'll be able to get it done by Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and having a schedule done by Thanksgiving is really key because, like you said, pros go on vacation. When Thanksgiving comes, then you have the Christmas holiday, and it's just really difficult to nail people down. So the more we can get done before Thanksgiving, the better off we are. Plus, it also helps in the membership drive. If players are seeing courses already booked, they can start making their plans and deciding, I'm going to go to that course, I'm going to go to that course, et cetera.
Yeah, that's my goal also, because you cannot go and say, hey, register to play in our tour. So what am I registering for, right? So exactly. that's what players are going to ask. What am I registering for? So that's the reason why as I said, the golf week is almost done. I'm waiting for one country club. I'm hoping they're going to come back to me and say, yes, you can have it. So once that's done, my golf week is done. The senior, I sent an email. I did talk to people. Once those courses say yes or no, then I go to my next list, So that's why I'm waiting. So I don't want to double book any of my dates. So, and one more thing, Tim and Chris, I like to thank my players because they are the reason why I'm running this tour. They are the reason why this tour is successful. And also, my players always come to me and say, hey, Amal, you want to do this? Amal, I don't like doing this. They give me straightforward criticism, and I always listen to them. So thank you for my players, and then standing behind our product, right? Golf Week Amateur Tour product. So I always thankful to my players and members.
Well, Mal, that's a great way to end this, and I think most tour directors feel the same way. If we don't have the members, we don't have the players, we don't have a tour,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really a players tour. It's not a tour director's tour. It's a players tour, and if we're not listening to them, we don't really have that tour. We don't really have the success as a national tour that we do without actually listening to the players as a whole.
So, and also, Tim and Chris, thank you so much. You guys are doing a wonderful job doing this podcast. I mean, I listen to those podcasts. You guys are awesome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And Amal, again, thanks so much for everything that you do. Thanks for taking some time with us. And, obviously good luck in 2024, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much, guys.
Take care.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Well, congratulations to Amal and winning the B-Flight Senior National Championship. He's one of, a handful of tour directors that have won a national championship. We're in just a second here, we're going to talk to somebody else who's won a senior national championship, but don't want to get into that yet. But I understand, how difficult it is for a tour director to not only, run the tour, play the events, and then still come out on top and do well in tournaments. And it's hats off to Amal for doing that, and looking forward to seeing big things from him next year. Now, as you guys know, this is the end of the season for us, and there was a Ryder Cup-style event in the last week that some of the Eastern tours put on, and they had 4 tours. So we're going to welcome in 2 of the tour directors from there. We've got Cephas Franklin from DC and Marty Martinez from Eastern North Carolina. Guys, welcome to the show.
Hey, appreciate it, Tim.
We've been doing this, Marty, and to Cephas, and we've been knowing each other for probably 12, 13 years to this stage, and to see this event that you all put on, comes from some of the things that we've done in the past. So why don't you just talk a little bit about the Players Cup, the history of it, and how it ended up to the event that you all had last week.
Yeah, for the Eastern North Carolina tour, this goes back to the 2014 timeframe when we were doing a Ryder Cup with DC Metro. And that inaugural year that we did it, we ended up winning that one. And then that rivalry kicked it off because we got our butts kicked in 2015.
Yeah, the next year we took care of business.
Oh, yeah, y'all did. Yeah, we sure did. I remember that one, Tim. I had never played a Ryder Cup-style event or floorball or anything like that. And 2014 was my first experience, the first time meeting Marty. And, man, that was tough. But that next year, man, we really put on a show.
Yeah, we smoked them, that's for sure.
And then some. I'm scared to look at the pictures.
Well, we those back-to-back years, we played the same course each year, which I really love that facility, Mattapony Springs.
Yeah,
just outside of Richmond. That's a great course. They host us well. I really like that. The 18th hole. It kind of reminds me of Whistling Straits 18th hole. Where you come, your approach shot into the green comes down off that hill to the green. it's a beautiful shot. You know, with again, you had the cheers there, watching guys come in. That you know, those 2 years were, you know, were awesome.
Yeah. So Tim, and then you know, after 14 and 15, we really didn't do another Ryder Cup-style event until you and Lyle got to talking, and then I think 2020, we played Lyle in Tidewater down in Williamsburg, and that year, man, we really put a whipping on. You know, Tidewater had been playing Ryder Cup-style events. You know, every time they go to nationals, you know, in Louisiana, and you know, our guys first time, and our guys were excited. And man, we went down to Williamsburg, man, and we really played well, and we pulled off that first win. And then that kicked me into the second year, where in 2021 we went up to Ocean City, and you know, we played the courses in Ocean City for 3 days, and Lyle and them won the comeback. And so, and then in 2022, we decided we were going to expand it, and we did, and we went to Myrtle Beach against Myrtle Beach, Eastern, Tidewater, and DC. And so the DC Cup was always against the time that we played Tidewater. Marty and I revived the Battle of the Tours Cup. And then we didn't have a name for Myrtle Beach that year for that cup. They beat us. And then this year, we named the ball. So, you know, now that we have Richmond, we're playing the Blue Gray Cup. DC and Redmond plays the Blue Gray Cup. So inside the event, each tour is also playing for an individual cup and then the overall cup, which makes it fun.
I like that format because, like you said, again, you know, it's a 3-day event. So you're matched up with one tour each day. How many guys per team?
It's 24.
What was the breakout?
24 per team. So the way we decided to do it, to make it, you know, even we knew the champ guys would that number wouldn't be big. So we went 2 for the champ and 4 for the D flight. And then there's 6 players in every other flight. And so you got 12 matches going on throughout the day. And I'll be honest with you, Tim. This year, our guys were excited. You know, we had trouble filling the team for DC last year, and we had some players from other pools, about some guys from Eastern, from upstate. We had a few guys from Tidewater that stepped in, and one from Philly. This year was a pretty loaded DC team, and I am happy with what our guys. We didn't win, but we battled. Every day was a battle. I mean, nothing was easy. Marty will tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we'll get into that in a second. And you got Eastern DC played the first day, and Cephas, I was following you guys on Scruff, day 1 and day 3, but day 1 didn't look good. You know, most of the day, but day 3, I thought it looked good. And then it fell apart.
So day 1, we ran into a buzzsaw. I'll just be honest with you. There were a couple of groups that went down to the last hole. Okay, so that Blake Gravitz and Jason Cherry and Peter Burrows and Tom Nemitz went down to the very last hole, and Eastern won it on the last hole. The other one that went down to the last hole was the Bettina Martinez, James Moore, Dave Flip, Hancock. It went to 17, but they were up 1, and we were kind of half it and won it, so they beat us 2-1. So if we got those 2 on the first day, we were real close to Marty, trying to take that cup. And then the other one that went down to the last hole was the Gary Brett, Titus Simmons, Tommy Nash, and Jonathan Phillips. They have that. We were up 1 going into the 18th hole, and Jonathan came back and won that hole in half. So, I mean, the matches were so close that there were a couple runaways.
But yeah, you missed one runaway I want to talk about, but I don't know if you want to bring it up or just let it go.
Those guys were bragging before we got to the T-box, Ellis Shackelford and Alan Bailey against Cephas Franklin and Jared Arnold, myself, man, they were bragging from day one, and Jared and I decided, hey, let's play, man, and we jumped on them early, and they couldn't get it back. He really was 6'5", not 7'6". There was when we, after you finish, as we were all playing for skins as well, you keep playing, and so one hole that counted and shouldn't have counted. But other than that, that was a good one. I will tell you, my champ guys went 3-0, and they played some horses. And I had told them before we started, Lyle, it's like, hey, you're not gonna get my guys. I got 2 horses for you. And Lance played his butt off. He and Lacombe played their butts off.
Who was the Tidewater champ guys?
The Tidewater champ guys on the third day. Oh, it was their big guys. It was hold on, I got it right here. I'm pulling it up right now. It was Mike Hartzell and Thomas Sutterfield.
Okay,
yeah. I can whoop myself because I didn't take the bet. Lyle tried to get me that his guys were going to take him out. I said, man, you when you hit Lance, you hit a blitz stop. And that's what they said. Lance was lights out all week.
Yeah, that's the thing with Lance, though. I mean, he's either on or he's not, right? And so he had a good weekend. But Marty,
yes,
you took care of DC day one. What was your whole mood with the players? Because you go into Richmond, nothing against Richmond, right? It's a new tour. You a lot of those guys maybe have played at Tidewater before, right? But you're really kind of looking forward to playing Tidewater on Sunday.
Yeah, because
what was your approach with Richmond on Saturday?
For me, I knew that was going to be our toughest match, and I was really focused on it. But at the same time, we didn't keep an eye on Richmond. And the matches that I thought we were going to win, we didn't win. But the ones that I kind of figured we weren't going to win, pulled it out. So that's the fun part about all this, because as a director and as the coach, you're trying to keep the team's integrity intact and just give them the good speech and let them go at it. That was the fun part about all this. My guys were hyped pretty much the whole year to try to get on this team. And now that we had this event at Kiskiak, and since we're going to be the hosting tour for 2024, everybody wants to get on this team now. So now I've got to do some type of qualifier to make sure that I get the right people so we can get our cup back.
So, Marty, I don't know about that part right there, but you said something that I want to jump in on. And that's, being not just a director, but a player and then the coach. Trying to keep guys motivated and wanting to fight, on the course to keep the game. I will tell you the pairings is a tough thing, because you have from my perspective, I've seen the guys and I've seen their scores, but I haven't watched them play and I haven't watched their interactions. I don't know about you, I'm still learning all my guys. And so, the first day was kind of a trial error for me. And what I was trying what I was trying to do was put 2 players together that I thought complemented each other in their game. Not so much as I'm going to put these 2 players together because I think they can win, because what you don't want to do is load a team and then not give another team a shot to win. And so what I found,
I
found out in my parents from day one, I only made one change after day one. And all my groups were pretty much the same after that. And that was because a couple of guys came to me and said, hey, I think I compliment this person and this person. Let's look at this. Let's do that. So, you listen to the players and you make a hey.
Right.
And it kind of worked.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, and so you can see on the second day when we played Richmond, it was a dogfight. Now Richmond won, but again, we went down to, the last couple of holes to try to, there was, again, Gary Brandt and Titus. They lost on the last hole. Dave Shugart and Nick Taylor, they lost on the last hole. Shaggy Brown and Jake Thompson, they lost on the last hole. You take those 3 matches right there, and we could have flipped it.
Yep.
Well, even if you, even if you have those matches, right? I mean, you're that gets you closer, right? I mean, so one was 3-2. The Carry On Crowley, Abernathy, Cordova was 3-2. You had one that was 5-4 and one that was 8-6.
Yeah, those are the ones you can't.
So those are blowaways, right? And really you got to minimize those, and then you have to win the close ones. As I look at at the Tidewater Eastern matchup, well, there was Marty. All the ones that you lost were kind of runaways, except for the one.
Exactly.
The Durand, the Cavendish Horn, Grant Hale match, right? So they only won one up on that. The rest of them 5-4, 5-3, 4-3, and 4-2. If you minimize, let's just say you minimize 2 of those, and you have the other, that's a different story.
Yeah, two halves or one full win, and all of a sudden the cup is coming back here,
and it looks different, And that's the thing that I tell the guys. I'm like, hey guys, just play your best, keep fighting, take it down to the last hole. If you can get it to 18 and force something at 18, that's good. I look at Jerry and I would have been 3-0, but we ran into a buzzsaw of sudden. Andy Grant she just could not miss a fairway. I don't care what you did. I don't care how you did it. Couldn't miss a fairway. Now, her partner was tricky. He was throwing them here and there, but if she did make a mistake, he did recover for her at the time. And, and Jerry and I just made a couple of mistakes that we couldn't overcome. But we took them, and he told us at the end, she said, you know what? She said, you guys played us harder than anybody played us all week. And I was like, well, we were trying. I said, but, you were a buzzsaw.
Yeah, that's fun to watch when you get those type of players that just have that knack for this stuff, it's fun to be around.
And he definitely does. I mean, if I remember correctly, not only in these matches, but, kind of keeping an eye on the Lava Cup. Yeah. She's tough to beat. Very tough to beat.
Yeah. And then, you look at it, because those guys do some off-season stuff, like right now, they're doing the 2-man thing right now, with winter things out in Tidewater that, she's paired with the same person. So they pretty much playing together every weekend. Well, they're familiar with how each other plays. And that helps them. Hats off to them for doing that because it makes their players better. And hopefully one day, we may be able to do something like that. But just doing this couple line, Tim, I would tell you the camaraderie between the teams, between the players, between the tours. I mean, you can't. I mean, wow, you just can't shake it.
Yeah, I know there's more tours out there that want to get involved, but the way this is set up, it complements what we intended to do last year. And I think this is just going to be a good rivalry for years to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like you said, more tours want to get involved in this, but the reality is I think the way that you guys are situated, I think if they're going to do it, it needs to be kind of regional like that. Right. So, if I could do something like that with, let's just say Charlotte and upstate and Charleston or Augusta, I think that would be phenomenal. Now, I'm kind of throwing that out as a hint
to them guys.
West.
And I just booked a course, a couple of days ago that we're going to do a 2-day major at, where it's going to be between Atlanta, upstate, Columbia, and Augusta. Nice. So I'm not saying, I'm just saying, right?
Yeah. That's how I get started.
So we'll see what happens. Now, now those tours and those tour directors know that it's booked and they're in. They don't know that I'm saying this yet. It'll be a surprise as either their players or they listen
Tim,
to this.
I think it was one of your players, that we just posted.
Yeah, Mitch.
We just posted the next year where Marty's hosting. And one of your players
that's Mitch Metters.
So what?
Mm-hmm. That's Mitch Metters.
Well, hey, can anybody play? And I'm like, no, I have to be on one of the tours, and a lot of guys are seeing it because we tried to post it and we tried to make it, as big as possible. Even our other guys are trying to figure out now, as Marty said, I got guys calling now, hey, I really want to be on the team. So guys that I tried to get on the team in 22 to go to Myrtle Beach, and they're like, well, they went this year. And they're like, man, I should have gone last year. I'm not missing another one. So
exactly.
When it comes to and Marty said some type of thing to make sure that it's a fair, equitable way of getting players on the team.
Well, and I've seen some posts, back and forth, and in a number of different tours. The best way to do it is playing tournaments and get points.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if you're only going to 4 tournaments a year.
Yeah, you're not getting seen as a player, as a team captain. The good thing about what I did is all the players that were out there, I know all their games. Because, when we're doing our individual tournaments locally, I'm out driving around, taking a look, talking to them, seeing what they're shooting or score-wise. And kind of what Cephas was saying, making sure that I partner up the right players together, which, all 3 days, each one of my teams were the same. All I did was kind of alter where they started, but they all complemented each other. And I think that's because I know what they can do and what they can't do.
Yeah,
so that was pretty neat.
And one thing I do want to say, because we didn't do this up front, hats off to Lyle and Tidewater for winning. Hats off to the new Richmond tour director, Sean Redmond.
Yep, absolutely.
They earned it. And his team, he earned it. And hats off to those guys because they did the same thing, and the good news is that the 4 of us were all safe, and we were focused on trying to ensure that one, the integrity of the game, quality of the game, and that the players have fun. And then hats off to the Kizzy staff, man, those guys did a bang-up job in supporting us. And that's what we're looking for. I would tell any tour that is trying to do something like this, you can't do it without the support of a great staff at a course that is going to support you and be there for you. And Kiziak staff, hats off. Those guys did it.
Yeah, they went up and beyond because I tell you what, as soon as I got back, I got on the phone and I started calling all the local courses to go ahead and set up for 2024. And to get 3 days consistently with shotgun starts, and them giving up some of their tee times in order for, our organizations to play, that's tough.
Yeah.
But I had one course that stepped up and said, hey, we'll take it. We'll do all 3 days. And we'll give you shotgun starts, and then we'd love to have y'all. And the good thing is it's going to be I guess, a middle point for just about everybody. So we're going to be at a condo in 2024.
Where is it?
A condo out in Berry Hills, North Carolina.
Okay. Marty, I was looking at that. For my guys, I mean, that's about a 2.5, maybe 2.5 hour drive, which is not bad.
Yeah.
Some more were complaining because we had to go to Myrtle Beach that time, which is about 5.5 to 6.
Wait a second. Hold on a second here. Who's complaining that they had to go to Myrtle Beach?
Well, they were looking at it. You know how our guys are. Come on, man. Man, I got the bougie crowd.
I can see this.
Crowd.
Here we go. Oh, Jen, oh, honey, I have to go to Myrtle Beach. Oh,
Right.
my goodness.
I just have to.
I'm just saying, you know the deal, man.
I know, but it's funny that's the reaction. Oh man, I have to go all the way to Myrtle Beach to play in this tournament. Oh my,
yeah. Because some of us have golf, little travel. We don't care where it's at.
exactly.
That's right.
Well,
Exactly.
and so, Marty, I was looking at that location, man. We'll talk later on the lodge and stuff. Man, that's going to be awesome, man. It's right there on the water, too. The guys going to love that.
Yeah, there's going to be there's one facilities there on the property, that they rent out. Okay, and also in Edenton, that's where the hotels are, which is about 12 minutes on the other side of the bridge.
Okay.
So you can just let your players know. I'll see if I can contact the hotel and see if I can hook up something. But just like anything else we do, the players are going to have to call and start making arrangements and stuff.
Like what I normally do is just call to try to get a group right for it. We get the best rate I can get, and then I'll set it up and say, okay, now it's only you. I've done what I need to do. But the facility,
Exactly.
great, man. And we're excited. Most guys are like, man, I wish there was time, but we got a whole nother season that we got to go through before we get there. But it's going to be a great 2024 season period, and it's going to be a great 24 Players Cup when they come to DC.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, maybe we'll book this interview same time, same date next year, and we'll just revisit.
Right.
Just revisit.
Yep.
All right. So as I brought you guys in, I mentioned them all, and not even gonna try and butcher his name. Tour director from Indianapolis. He won B Flight senior national champion. And one of the points that I made to him that there are only 10 national champions a year, right? There's only 10. And
5. Yep.
I've been doing this with Dennis for 15, 16 years, and all the tours that I've run, I've got zero. Okay. And Marty, for those listening, I said there's another tour director that's won a national championship, and that's you, Marty. Right, you won 2019. You also had Mike Dallas this year. From the A Flight, he won it. So you I don't know how many more you've got other than that, but I mean, so it's rare to win a national championship, and to have a tour director do it is one thing. So now we got another tour director, and Marty won it a couple years ago, but also as a player. How many other national champions do you have, Marty?
Nelson Sanchez in a B Flight in 2016. And then Dale Fuller won the champ flight. I think that was in 2021.
Oh, wow. Jesus, we're not good, man. I mean, we got none. We got to do better. I don't know what else to do, but, it is what it is. So Cephas, what do you got coming up for 2024?
Tim, I am excited, man. I started posting. I don't know if you looked at my schedule. I got 90% of it out there already.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Blue Match this year. We haven't had Blue Match on the schedule since about 2016.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So I'm working Blue Match. Then we're going to move Westfield's up early. We're going to do Remember Guess at Westfield's second tournament, which is going to be like on the 24th of August. I'm sorry, 24th of March. See, my head's already thinking.
See what happens.
I'm trying to get to 24 Players Cup. Yeah, 24th of March. And then after that, I'm trying to work a need to there and a local. So I don't think we've ever played Twin Lakes, Fairfax County course. So they have two courses, the Oaks and the Lakes. So I'm in discussions with them. I'm waiting on them to sign the contract outside on our side already. Once they do that, then I'll add that. And then we go from there to Laurel Hill. Laurel Hill. Then we're going to do a combo. So now we have 3 combo tournaments hosted by each tour on our calendar this year, on our schedule. So the first one is going to be DC, hosted at Augustine. The next one is going to be at the Highlands, a private course in Richmond. That Richmond's going to host. That's on Saturday. We got that one for Saturday. Wow. And then Lyle is going to host, Hotwater is going to host everybody at Kiskiak on the 20th of July.
Wow.
So we got 3 combos, and each one of those is going to be probably about 144 plus golfers. We got double shotguns and wild locations for those tournaments already.
Wow.
Last
Augustine gave you double shotgun?
Yes.
Wow. That's a heck of a job right there.
Yeah. And so Augustine gave me one. Last year we did it, the first one, and we didn't do, we only did one combo last year, and that was a double shotgun at Matterplant. So because that was so well attended by all 3 tours, I think each tour had a minimum of 48 golfers there.
Okay.
So we're going to do that again this year. We're going to have 3 combos. And then after that, we're going to go to Links of Gettysburg. We haven't played, so Tim, another course, the new one that I'm trying to get back on the course to try to get more in Maryland. I went back to the University of Maryland.
Okay, it's been a few years.
Yeah, it's been since 17. So I talked to them. Their guy, matter of fact, he emailed me yesterday, so I should have an answer from them hopefully this week. If I don't go with them, then I will probably go. I'm going to try Whiskey Creek. They were bought by the same folks now that do Blue Mash.
Okay.
And so Blue Mash, Hampshire Greens, and something else are all under Checker Sports now.
Okay.
So
that may help. That may help actually get on there, because remember, it was, they raised the prices, and then it was no Saturday tournaments.
Yeah, and so the issue now, and you brought up a good point. What's happening in the DC area is just crazy. I don't know how long they're going to be able to sustain it in this area, but they are really, really raising the prices on for the weekends. So up to 70 right now, trying to get anything up to 70 is really tough. Muskie Ridge, that those guys are our savior. They stay with us every year, and he's not trying to kill me price wise.
I think that's the of those 3 that are in that little cluster there. I think Muskie Ridge is the best one anyway.
Yeah, it is. I love that course, and so that's what that's what we are. And like I said, Tim, I'm just waiting on 12 Lakes at the University of Maryland, and I'm done. My schedule.
Awesome. So, and again, I really like the idea of those, combo events. It builds the camaraderie, and it also builds the what's the word I'm looking for, the head-to-head matchup anticipation, for the Players Cup.
Yeah, and what I like doing with those is I like mixing with players as much as possible. I don't have, 2 DC guys, 4 DC guys. I spread them out so the guys get to play with somebody that they don't know to play with, and make it competitive. And so we've done well. We've done well with that format. Lyle and I have a good working relationship, Sean, and I've talked. So, we're all ready, man. We're fired up on this end.
I wish Sean was going to be on here, and, again, he was called away at the last minute. He's got to be fun to work with. I mean, he's a fun guy to be around, fun guy to play with, and he's got to be a fun guy to work with. So.
Oh yeah.
So Marty, how about you? I know you've got a couple majors this year.
Yeah. Well, some of our regionals have changed. The first one right off the bat for us is going to be the Senior Masters. Now, normally we would host that at River Landing in April, but unfortunately, River Landing is all booked up already for April. So I had booked them on the back end for a 2-day regional in August, but the dates didn't work with national headquarters. So I called Cutter Creek. Now, Cutter Creek just hosted the CDA Senior Championships.
Okay.
This course is a phenomenal track. Now, that's where Lyle wanted me to try to get the 2024 Players Cup booked for, but unfortunately, they couldn't do the 3 straight days. So I'm going to use them for the regional, for the senior side of the house. Now, normally, everybody knows we do Paulie's Invitation in February. Well, not anymore. We're going to move that to March because we've been missing out on the senior icebreaker because Mike was always booking it the weekend of the senior icebreaker. So now Paulie's is now no longer a 2-day major. It's going to be a 2-day regional in March over the St. Patrick's Day weekend. So that's a big change. Once we go further down the line, then you got,
You understand that's going to be a big problem because people got to go all the way to Myrtle Beach, Paulie's Island,
Beach.
to play
Yeah, I feel sorry for them guys that they just don't go.
They go even further. They got to go to Paulie's Island.
Oh my God!
I will be, Speaker Sprinkle will definitely be signed up for that regional. I'll tell the guys, hey, come on, we ain't doing that. Nope.
Yeah. Yep. So those are 2 good ones right off the bat. And then we roll into the Independence Day Regional, which is on the golf week side of the house. Now, normally we would do that at the Legends. I'm ready to move on. We played a course last year when we finished up the schedule for Myrtle Beach called Grand Dunes.
Yes.
And that place is
great course.
Crazy nice. So that's where we're going to do the Independence Regional this year. And then our final one will be the one that Myrtle Beach, Eastern, and Charleston come together. Well, that's the Low Country Regional, and that's on the senior side of the house.
Okay.
So basically, there's 2 regionals on the seniors and 2 regionals on the golf league. So 4 total for me that I'll be dealing with this year.
And where's that senior one at? The Low Country?
True Blue Caledonian. Yep.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the regionals, on both the golf week side and the senior side. There's a lot of them, a lot of really good courses, in different places. Like Gina's got one in Louisiana, Michelle's got one. I really want to go up there to see that one. The Great Lakes Regional at American Dunes. That's going to be phenomenal. Along with all the others that are always good anyway. So, players got a lot of choices. A lot of good places to go play golf.
Yeah.
A lot of good places to go play golf. So,
yep.
When registration opens up, on Black Friday, sign up and get registered as soon as you can. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking some time with us tonight. I really appreciate it. I love what you guys are doing. Not only for your individual tours, because both of you have large tours. And by the way, Marty, when I talked to Mike, he just praised what you and Patina are doing. Thinks the world of you. You guys are doing a great job. So you need to know that.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
And so again, not only the good that you guys are doing with your individual tours, but what you did with the Players Cup and how you're bringing folks together from all 4 of these tours to compete and stay fresh and get ready to start the 2024 season. Nice job.
Hey, thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys, take care and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one.
So glad we got to talk to Cephas and Marty, tour directors for DC and Eastern North Carolina, about the Players Cup. It's a great event at the end of the season, bringing 4 tours together, for competition, the friendship, the camaraderie, in between national championship and Thanksgiving, and really is kind of a way to increase camaraderie within the tours, but also to boost membership going into 2024. And I know this was the second year, and looking forward to seeing how year 3 goes. They did a nice job. And unfortunately, Sean Redmond from Richmond and Lyle from Tidewater couldn't make it, but, we'll talk to them, as the 2024 season moves on. They've got some good things going in both of those tours. But as you know, we're winding down 2023 season. This is, the official last episode of the season. And, the 2024 season opens up on Black Friday. So remember, when you wake up from your Thanksgiving turkey slumber Friday morning, go ahead and register. I know a lot of tours are running specials, so make sure you wake up and register as soon as you can. We talked earlier about, how we take some time off, and right now Chris is away with a family vacation, a much-deserved family vacation. So I'm hoping that he's relaxing and enjoying time with his family. The El Paso tour does the 12 days of Christmas. So again, you got to make sure that the only way to win prizes there is to make sure that you're registered. And in Atlanta, I'm doing something a little bit different this year. With costs going up everywhere on everything, we're running a $93 special for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend. I know that's our early bird rate from 2021, 2022, and 2023. So it's the kind of the rollback price if you look at it from the Walmart perspective. So you got 3 days to get the rollback price of $93. And if you register, in Atlanta for, any of those 3 days, you'll be entered into a raffle to win either free super skins, light skins, or close to the pin for every local event for the year. So not only will you register early, but you have a chance to walk away with a little bit of cash. And again, I know a bunch of other tours are running specials, so it doesn't really matter, where you're located. Just get up and register as soon as you can. And, there's another good thing. The national office has been working, really hard on the website, trying to make it a little bit easier to use. So any member that already has a password for the website to sign in, you don't have to fill out a join a tour form this year. So that's a step. If you don't have a password, you'll have to do it. But, one less step for returning members that have that password. All you got to do is log on and pay the membership fee. Again, we're really looking forward to 2024. As you know, we're running into Thanksgiving, and I want to make sure that I thank some people who have really kind of stood out and helped us along the way. First and foremost, we need to thank Dennis and Jennifer McCormick. Without their vision, we wouldn't have this tour, which allows us to play competitive golf all over the country, creating experiences, creating friendships, creating relationships all over the game of golf. So I want to make sure that we thank them. I want to thank all of the tour members who support us week in and week out, even if you have to drive all the way to Myrtle Beach for a tournament. But seriously, without you all as members, registering and playing in tournaments every week, we don't have a tour. And so we need to make sure you understand how much we really do appreciate you. Not only, us as tour directors on a local level, but on the national level as well. Everybody understands without you all as members and playing in tournaments, we don't have a tour. I want to thank all of my local members, and I'm sure Chris is the same. You've been with us for, your support of us is, I can't even put it into words how much we appreciate you. From the podcast perspective, and I'm sure Chris would agree here, when we started doing this, a little over a year ago, we had no idea how big this was going to be or how big it's grown in this 1 year. So again, thank you for all the listeners. We appreciate you listening. I appreciate the positive feedback as well as the criticisms. You all need to continue telling us what you want, and hopefully we'll be able to continue to create the content that drives you all to listen to us every episode. Again, I can't really express how much I appreciate all the listeners and the feedback and everything that you all have contributed to the podcast. I want to thank all the guests. Roger, who comes on, once a month and teaches us about some rules. I can't wait to have him back December or 1st of January. all the other guests, whether they be tour directors or members. It's been a great time, great ride this year. And we're looking forward to some bigger and better things. Over the next couple of episodes, Chris and I are going to roll some things out. We've talked a little bit about them, but we're really going to kind of lay out some plans that we've got for the upcoming year, and hope you like it. And if there's anything that you all want to, if there's any recommendations you have, or, you say, we really need to have so-and-so on the show, reach out to us. Let us know. You can email me at Tim, NATC, at amateurgolftour.net. Again, that's Tim, NATC, at amateurgolftour.net, or Chris at El Paso at amateurgolftour.net. Again, that's El Paso at amateurgolftour.net. If any of you are going to be on the road, visiting friends and family for Thanksgiving, please, please, please travel safely. The experts are saying that this Thanksgiving is going to be the most heavily traveled holiday in years. So please get there safely and get home safely. And on behalf of Chris, I can't tell you how much I'm appreciative and thankful for the tour, the players, all the listeners. What the tour brings to a lot of people is really important. And I love the camaraderie. I love the friendships. I love the connections, the relationships that we've built. The golf is great, but it's more to me about the camaraderie, relationships, and the people. So I want to make sure I thank you all. Remember, be thankful for everything that we have to be able to do some of these things. And remember, our troops who are overseas, away from friends and family, protecting our freedoms and protecting us to be able to do some of the things that we're doing. Remember, when you wake up on Friday, make sure you register and join us. And we're looking forward to seeing everybody for the 2024 season. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Chris, we didn't do it again.
What didn't we do?
We didn't say how to join the tour.
That's right. It's simple. All you need to do is go to amateurgolftour.net, click the Join the Tour button, and pay your local tour's membership.
Thanks, Chris. Membership for 2024 is open, so register today to join the oldest, largest, and best amateur tour in the country.